Hi folks, and welcome to this week's Skippy track guide at Sonoma. Now this is the Cup layout. There are 4 or 5 layouts of this circuit, all varying difficulties of corners, and I do prefer this one actually. It's got a lovely sweeping left right down the back, and yeah, a really interesting penultimate corner, which is a bit of hang on for dear life, I think. Anyway, let's get into the nitty gritty. The slight usage, 12%. That is quite rare for me. I don't know why that is 12. That should be a lot higher than that. No wonder I was sliding all over the place. That's my racing driver's excuse. Anyway, track temp as well, nice and toasty. 103 Fahrenheit track temp. Degrees will be above my head. And the lap I'm going to show you can see there 47s, a few 46s, and then we finished off when we were a bit lighter on fuel, a 146.370. So that is a lap to show you. Otherwise, guys, the OLAP, BLAP, telemetry, and replay file will all be in my Discord. Link will be downstairs in the description. So please come along and say hello. Otherwise, let's crack on with the guide. Right then, Sonoma, and we have been here once before, but this is the preferred layout. A lot more fun at the S's, and there's no horrible chicane, which is stupidly tight. Anyway, approaching turn 1, and it's pretty much self-explanatory, and as the last one, if you have seen that one, just before the curb, you want to start standing on the brakes, and down into second gear. You can take it in third. I just prefer second through it and avoid the apex curve. It kind of unsettles Skippy and you get like one wheel spin, if that makes any sense. Be very careful on exit. The curb is not very wide. That is a bit of a motto of this track. The curbs aren't exactly huge. Just as the track kind of turns and dips down, that's where we want to start turning left. And I have a lift through here. Little cheeky tickle of that curb, but I want to stay left as much as I can. Clip that one, don't clip it too much because it will push you wide and you will generally understeer over the crest here. Use all of the curb but not anymore. Use it as a marker as well, a couple of car lengths before the end, braking downhill, so be very cautious into second. Big hefty curb on the inside, so again try and avoid that the best you can and don't run too far wide. I do stick a tyre onto the dirt, but we get away with it, so we're not too bad. The most awkward corner that I can't get right no matter what I do, turn 6. Now this is my braking point just as the track disappears down, and I'm very easy on the brakes down to third gear, and I kind of take a wide exit, and there is a curb that will appear at some point. There it is, and I kind of try and aim for that, and I kind of want to be full throttle at that point to try and give me the best exit. Last time we were here in the Skippies, people were losing time. Well, sorry, I was losing time to people, so I'm not sure what witchcraft is going on there, but I can't get that corner right at all. So this is where the track starts to differ from the other track guide. Red billboard, this is the only one there, so we're standing on the brakes all the way down to the first gear. Don't worry about this apex here too much. It's a big curb, just avoid it, but focus on the second one. Try and keep these 2 corners as one big arc. I think it will benefit you on exit. You can see we've been full throttle for ages coming through there, so that is going to help us down this back sort of curvy bit, which is bloody brilliant, to be honest. These 2 kinks, you're just setting up this one to be on the far right hand side, so at the end of the curb you kind of want to tickle it as you go past, but that's our turning point. Slight lift again because this next corner we're setting it up, so we want to stay left on the curb and then we turn it into the right hand side. You want to be midpoint on the track just as the track disappears, because you will understeer and you don't want to go too far wide. There's an off track out there and all sorts of trouble, so yeah, stay mid-track over the crest. You should be pretty spot on for this long sweeping left-hander here. Second to last corner is brilliant as well. As the curbing ends, you can see we're a straight line in the curb, and then as the curb ends, we're sweeping it in. Big lift on throttle, and basically you're just trying to manage the slide as best you can. If you can get on throttle nice and early, then brilliant. But yeah, really fun corner and really easy to get wrong as well. So it's a very rewarding one to get right. Pit entry just off the left-hand side, and you see this cone split into 2. So car length before it, we're standing on the brakes, straight line. All the way down to the first gear. You probably could get away with second, to be honest, but again, I do prefer the lower gears. Cut the curb as much as you can, just don't hit the tyres there, and you should be golden, nice and early on the throttle, and now we sprint for the line. So yeah, ultimately I prefer this layout than the last one we did a few seasons ago. This is a much more flowing track, and I do enjoy it. So that is us across the line whenever it pops up in a 146.170. So I'm not the fastest around here, I'll admit that, but I think that's a pretty good time, or at least I'm hoping it's a pretty good time. We haven't been in a few seasons, I think a few tyre models ago on this layout, so fingers crossed it's nice and up there. Otherwise, guys, everything that I've mentioned at the intro, I think the OLAP, BLAP, replay and telemetry, all in my Discord, so come and say hello. As always, the full speed laps are to follow. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.